I'm Anastasia Chatzka, a fashion designer with over 20 years of experience and a sewing educator. And I'm really excited you're here to share another sewing adventure with me today. Welcome to Sewing Anastasia, and today I'm going to show you my favorite way to sew a lapped zipper. You're probably wondering, what is a lapped zipper? I know what a regular zipper is, and an invisible zipper, and a fly front zipper, and a separating zipper, but what is a lapped zipper? Well, I'm about to show you how to create a lapped zipper. If you're wondering why I'm wearing this fabulous vintage dress that I upcycled from the 80s, it's because it has a lapped zipper in the back. Look at the zipper, it's hiding under the flap, hence lapped zipper. So the dress I'm wearing is a vintage Jessica McClintock, and it had a huge skirt on it, and it was super long, and it had so much crazy stuff going on up here, which was kind of engulfing me. So I upcycled it and made it a bit more wearable. So if you like upcycling videos, make sure you check out my playlist. I've got a whole bunch of them. As you can see, a lapped zipper is basically the zipper hiding under a flap. So we are going to recreate that right now, and it is so easy. A lot of times you'll notice lapped zippers on vintage clothes as well, or sometimes they're on wedding dresses or gowns because they're a little bit stronger than an invisible zipper, and they look a little bit nicer than a regular zipper with those two flaps. It's just one larger flap. And it's so nice because it hides the zipper. Sewing a lapped zipper is so easy, I bet it might even be your new favorite way to put a zipper in your dress. If you're not already a subscriber to Sewing Anastasia, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know when all the other awesome videos come out. Also, I'm now teaching virtual sewing lessons and in-person sewing lessons. Information for all of that is on sewinganastasia.com, or go ahead and click that link down below. Supplies for this project are super simple. You're going to need a marking tool of some sort. I'm going to be using a heat-soluble pen. You're also going to need some scissors, cut all those pesky threads. You're going to need some thread to sew your zipper in. You're also going to need a regular zipper. And you're going to need a project to put a zipper into. I'm just going to be using 2 pieces of muslin, and we're going to pretend it's a center back seam on a skirt. Today I'm going to be using the Husqvarna Viking Designer Epic 2, but you can use any sewing machine that has a straight stitch. So let's get started on the zipper. The first thing you need to do is go ahead and grab your pieces of fabric and put them right sides together. So we have our 2 pieces of fabric laid out right sides together. We're going to pretend this is the center back of our skirt. Now go ahead and lay your zipper where center back is, and I want you to find the bottom of your zipper. Find where the little metal closure is and go ahead and mark up a little bit from it, because we don't want to have our zipper go all the way down to the bottom because we have a hole down here at the end where the zipper tape comes apart. So make sure you're marking above this little metal piece. Now what we need to do is close up the center back seam below the mark that I created. So basically you're sewing up the bottom of the skirt. So my seam allowance is 5/8, so I'm going to go ahead and do a 5/8 inch seam all the way down the back. So this is going to be a permanent stitch, so make sure you back stitch and continue all the way down. This is just a regular straight stitch. When you get to the bottom, make sure you back stitch and cut. Now we have our seam sewn up, and remember it's 5/8 of an inch seam allowance. Then we want to iron it open. So go ahead and open up your 2 pieces of fabric and press open this seam here. We want this nice and flat. And now what we want to do is continue ironing all the way up our fabric. Make sure it's even and 5/8 of an inch all the way up. And we want to go ahead and do this to both sides. So now the center back of your skirt should look like this. The top is folded and ironed over, and then the bottom of our zipper is going to be here, and then we finish the bottom of the skirt. So now all we need to do is insert the zipper into this opening. So now you should have your seam ironed open, and then the seam that's up here is just open, so that way we can put our zipper into it, and we've folded over the edges the 5/8 of an inch. And now what we need to do is insert our zipper into this opening. So go ahead and turn your project right side face up. And then I want you to go ahead and unzip your zipper. And now what we're going to do is insert the zipper into here. So on the left side of it, we're gonna take the edge of the fabric and we're gonna line it up right next to the teeth. And then we're gonna go over to the sewing machine and we're gonna sew really close to the teeth, 1/8 of an inch away, all the way down to the bottom. Just for reference, this is what it looks like on the inside, but we're going to be sewing from the right side. We're going to be using the zipper foot for the next step, so make sure you grab your all-purpose zipper foot and put it on your machine. And I'm going to be clipping it on to the right side of the zipper foot. So go ahead and clip it on the right and make sure you move your needle position all the way over to the right as well. So let's go ahead and sew really close to the zipper teeth, but make sure you're not sewing into them. Make sure you backstitch. And keep lining up the fold of your fabric right next to the zipper teeth. Notice how close I'm stitching to the edge of the fabric. When you get to the bottom and it's a little hard to sew because of the zipper pull, go ahead and zip it up. Make sure your needle's in the fabric and lift up your foot. And now we can get all the way to where our seam starts. I like to go 1 stitch past that seam, and now take your other piece of fabric and fold it up. And we're gonna go ahead and lift up your foot and turn. Now we're gonna sew over the zipper and come over about 1/2 inch. If you don't know where 1/2 inch is, go ahead, grab your ruler and measure over. Now that I've come over 1/2 inch, I'm gonna go ahead and lift up my foot and turn. And now we're gonna go ahead and sew all the way up our zipper. When you get up to that zipper pull again, you can make sure your needle's in the fabric, lift up your foot, and zip down the zipper. Just make sure everything's still nice and lined up. Back stitch and cut. Okay, so you'll notice we have the stitch really close to the zipper teeth on this side. And then we come across the zipper and we turned and we came back up, but our seam allowance was further away from the zipper teeth. And that's what creates the lap over the zipper. And that is a lapped zipper. How easy was that lapped zipper? It was so easy. I think I'm actually gonna start putting these in my clothes more often. They're durable and it was so easy to do. If you have any questions or comments about sewing a lapped zipper, make sure you leave it down below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, give it some applause, and leave a comment down below. I would love to know your thoughts on how you feel about lapped zippers. If you're not already a follower to Sewing Anastasia, make sure you follow and hit that notification button so you know when all the new videos come out. Also, make sure you follow me on Sewing Anastasia on Instagram and Facebook and Pinterest and TikTok and all those other fabulous social media sites so that way we can stay connected and inspired. And if you want to help grow Sewing Anastasia, hop on over to Patreon. Even just $1 a month helps. It keeps us going, sewing, and growing. Also, don't forget, I'm now teaching virtual sewing lessons and sewing lessons in person. Information for that is on sewinganastasia.com or click that link down below for sewinganastasia.com. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!